been waiting a long time for this. Yeah, I'll see myself out. You know, all jokes aside, because you know we have to do stupid stuff like that. Yes, I haven't really been waiting that long for this. I mean, it's been what, a few months since we saw this coming out. Well, Big Bad Toy Store dropped the new Blade at my doorstep. Might be one of the last ones they do for a little while. We'll see. Okay, so we've got our Blade. He looks freaking awesome. I'm looking at the box art and I'm seeing, yes, hopefully we're getting those troopers there. I mean, they can make the sorceress. All they need to do is use that the head of that She-Ra they just did. They don't need to do anything different there. Oh, you got Teela in her outfit. Yeah. We've already got our evil in, and then you've got the golden kind of, what is it? The godlike Skeletor and the, yeah. So anyway, really cool box art, obviously, as always. You know, Blade is a mercenary and one of Skeletor's finest warriors. The master swordsman, Blade holds a grudge against He-Man. Eager to face He-Man in combat, Blade travels to Earth in search of the second cosmic key, where he finally meets his foe and gets beat down. As you can see in this clip right here.
I've waited a long time for this. My sword!
Yes, indeed. He did kind of get his butt handed to him, didn't he? Especially after he's waited a long time for this. Yeah. So sorry, that was the worst intro ever, wasn't it? So, anywho, let's get into the Blade 1987 movie, Masters of the Universe. First thing that I saw that I thought was pretty freaking awesome is the head sculpt and all that's come with the head here. So you've got these added pieces here, just like the movie. This one's a little bit bent. That won't be too bad because it's a very soft plastic there. So I mean, it's a little bit wonky, but like I said, a little hot water, the thing will get right back into place. Got that really cool smirk on his face. You've got, I don't know, is this crooked? No, well, maybe because he's got that smirk, maybe. Oh man, I hope mine's not crooked. Oh, everything looks okay, I guess, because I mean, when you look at the top, everything lines up ear to ear, and then, oh, because it goes up because it's got that eye patch and stuff. So this part goes up a little bit, cuts in a little more. This one goes down to the jawline, and then this goes up a little more because then you've got the patch going through. So cool, very cool look, very cool design. Really captures the look to that movie figure. He does have that little side eye. He's looking sideways there. So I'll just keep that off just in case. Then we've got the sword, or the blade that is in the front end that you see. Here is our plastic little paper bag, which has the whip and the other blade, which maybe they should have used for Dispara. That's okay, I made more. So here's the two weapons. Yeah, those would have been okay for Dispara, wouldn't they? But they didn't fit Origins as far as the deco and all that, I know. So pretty cool. Got the little design there with the same, obviously the two of the same. And the whip is tied up in itself. You just gotta pull that out. It's got that nice translucent style, that red gummy we've seen before in this line, I know. So that's kind of cool. So it'll curl up for you when you're just displaying him. All right, so another thing I noticed right off the bat was it has the shading. If you can see there, it's got that nice little, hold on, let me move this over. There we go. So you've got that shading on the skin. The pauldrons look really cool. Look at all those blades. Holy cow. This is really cool. So you've got these that come out for the nice little backhand. Same as this. And then if he runs out, oh, this is a good one, huh? If he runs out of weapons, he's got these things he could throw at you. Such a cool design. Good job, Mattel. Hey, attaboy. There's the design on the front. Got your skull with the... That's a really nice design. And then, of course, you've got that chain look on this, going all the way down. And you got more blades around the leg. No shabby, and then more on this leg. So he comes with a lot. That's actually really cool. I know we've seen my buddy Mikey. If you haven't seen, he won the Mattel giveaway. Eternian Royalty won the giveaway that Mattel had during their little reveal video, or their live stream or whatever. And he did a video of the figure inbox. Of course, I am completely understanding that he is not opening that one because the one that he won was signed by the actor, which is freaking awesome. So shout out to Mikey. I'll put a link to his video down below in the description. So let's take a look at the armor and see what we're looking at as far as getting this taken off. Maybe if I bend his elbow, it might be a little easier to get it than an outstretched arm. Yeah. The little hooks there holding on. Okay, so very detailed, very cool. So you could put those, could you put those swords there? I mean, that would be a little weird, right? No? Yeah, no, you put something. It looks like you put something there, right? I don't know. Looks like it's a holder of some sort. Maybe, oh no, it's not. There's 3 pieces here, sorry. That would look stupid if you had something on the shoulder anyway. And then you've got that mesh, like the old knight mesh with the chains. He probably wasn't very comfortable, you know, with that heavy chain set around him during the movie shoot, I bet. Oh, dum dum dum. That's weird. That's super weird. Okay, so I don't know. Ooh, this is strange. So I don't know. What do you guys think here? Here, let me take the light off of it a little bit so you can see kind of what it's doing here. So the legs, which you didn't really notice at the beginning, I guess, the legs and the chest are very dark, like really, really dark. And you can see even like the really dark brown shadowing there. And then the arms are a lot lighter. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Very strange. So of course these come off as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna display him in a buck naked pose anyway, but I'd really like to know what the hell they're thinking here. That is odd. That is super freaking weird. There is, yes, the drop hip, because obviously it was... I don't know, this looks a little... Even his butt's like kind of small. Look how his legs how his hips stick out like that. That's not normal either. So typically, like the waist is going to be wider, I guess, on all of the other ones, because this one you can see the gap. And when it drops, it's even worse. But like even if you look at it, like with a drop hip and he's standing straight up, look at how weird that is. But even when you tuck it in, the waist isn't wide enough for these legs to actually tuck. Like, I don't know, maybe the He-Man's the same. It just looks odd. I don't think it's the same because, well, this has all that. I don't want to, this isn't a video about taking this thing apart. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying this looks really strange. Really, really, really strange. Especially from the back. Look at that. Look at the hip. Look at that hip thing kind of sticking out. And that's as far in as it's going to go. As you can see, the hip is up and everything is tucked. The belt is cool. Cool looking belt. I think we've seen it somewhere else. But it looks really nice. But that skin is so weird. Look how it doesn't match the arms. And it looks like it's a shirt. Like it's a... Maybe he's got like a weird net tank top. But it's on his legs also. So his legs and his torso are the same color, and then his arms are just this lighter color. And then around his neck. I don't know. Maybe it's the rust from the mesh netting that he's wearing, and you know, I don't know. Either way, like I said, I'm not going to display it with anything other than this, but that is freaking weird. I just think it's weird. And it's not like you're going to buy a blade to make a custom, right? If you want to buy something to make a custom, then you buy one of the cheaper Masters of the Universe figures. But again, the armor is freaking cool as hell. You've got your 2 spots for your swords. You've got the 2 connectors. It goes all the way down the figure. It looks really, really nice. And then it goes over that pretty freaking cool emblem there with the skull. But yeah, what do you guys think? That weirded me out when I first saw it. Like, that is such a weird discoloration. Like, as far as, like, if the whole body was that dark, then yeah, I'd see it. That's fine, but maybe they didn't take a shower back there in Eternia and he's a little dirty. Maybe that's it. Because it's under all his armor and weapons and all that. Maybe he just like, maybe he's just a little filthy monkey underneath and he doesn't take a bath. Okay. Anyway, so going on, we've got the boots. Cool. Basic design, but I think that's probably, that does kind of match up with the movie. We've got the leather straps, and like I said, the netting is cool. The mesh, I love the mesh. I love the look of the pauldrons, and I think, actually, I didn't show this to you guys real quick. He didn't come with any extra extra hands. But this does come off, so if you are, I don't see, a lot of these you're not going to get, the stock on these were so bad that unless you like ordered 10 of them to start, you're not going to be customizing this. But this piece is really cool. This would be cool if they did a weapons pack, like as far as like a extra pauldron to play with. And of course he's got the black gloves. But yeah, so the only weird gripe, there's two weird gripes with my estimation here. One is the skin color change, and the second thing is going to be those legs, the way that his legs sit on his hip. That's kind of all I got as far as like any kind of critique here. But those go right in. Sheath your sword. And let's go ahead and put it in his right hand. Was he swinging it right-handed? I don't know. We'll make him right-handed. We're not anti-southpaw, but yeah. So pretty cool. That looks good. He can hang out with his homies out here. We've got the Skeletor, the Beastman, and the Evil Lyn with the amazing throne and sword holder there, made by Yurko, and it was printed on my Elgu. That was printed on the Jupiter, and yeah, I just painted it with like a stone spray paint and it looks freaking awesome. So yeah, so other than those couple weird things, I love it. I mean, like, and it doesn't matter because those things that I said that are weird are covered up. So once you put the armor on and you put the, you know, the weapons in, those strange hips are covered. And then of course the strange color change, it just looks like he just kind of got an extra tan on his legs than his arms. But I'm sure there'll be people complaining about it. I don't really care. It's not a big deal. I love it. It's a really cool figure. So as always, guys, I will go ahead and take some pictures. We'll get maybe a little family photo here with his buddies back there. And yeah, that is your official Kenzo review of Blade. So, as he says in the movie, you've been waiting a long time for this. Now it's done. So go get some pizza rolls or something. See you next time.